What is going on, members of the Shy Guy Squad and MPL fans alike? My name is Dan, also known as Donaki, and I'm your head coach of the St. Louis Sableyes for Season 2 of the MPL. This is the last week of the regular season, Week 12 against, well, it was supposed to be against Jordy and the Leeds Righthorns, but due to some stuff and things about people leaving, and Jordy left, and Christian left, and Christian's opponent kind of turned into my opponent. So yeah, I'm playing Eric again after the horrible, horrible luck of week 3 with the frozen tornadoes and the crit on the chestnut, and it was just going to all hell and back. So we've assembled a new squad here to rematch Eric. I brought Cresselia, choice specs. It's actually an offensive Cress. Got Mega Medicham, the a mon that's meant to sweep the entire thing. It's got Poison Jab. For the Altaria, outspeeds anything on his team. You know, any base. I think I invested enough to outspeed any base 80. 80? I think it was, because I didn't need anything else that's faster. Got a Choice Scarf Zoroark just in case for a backup. Got Nidoqueen here. Got I think it's modest share force, but don't quote me on that. So I'm just gonna slide on over to Showdown, see if I got it there, and then you can just give you a little detail on that, on the Pokemon. What the fuck is this? No, go away. Fuck, go away. Stop being, oh well, whatever. I don't care. If I can't even click my team. Okay, it is a timid share force Nidoqueen, sorry. It's Life Orb though, it's Life Orb. We got Rhydon. It's Eviolite set. It has Metal Burst just in case for that need. And we brought the standard Assault with Goodra, but it does have Earthquake in case Eric were to bring Heatran. So without further ado, let's just jump into the game. I'm sorry you guys hear me rant all the fucking time, but you guys can live with it, can't you? And then, yeah, we got this cat music this time. We got some Sonic music from various Sonic games. So Eric is issuing a challenge, and he's going to lead with Florida Man, the Feraligatr, and I'm going to lead with Maria, the Nidoqueen, as it is the best lead against his entire team, to be completely honest. I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt here, just straight up a Thunderbolt, no first turn predictions, and a crit. I actually felt a bit bad, because first turn crit and the Gator is down, so, yeah. So in comes the Raikou. I'm assuming he thinks I'm like Choice Scarf or something like along the lines of that. So he's going to go for Substitute, so he's the Sub CM Raikou set. And I'm just going to go for an Earth Power here, like, just pop that Sub. Now, I get crit here again, which was kind of ridiculous, but again, didn't really matter because it was behind a Sub, and, you know, Raikou ain't really that bulky. So, yeah, there's that. He's going to get some leftovers, of course, and then he's going to switch out. He's going to switch out into his Jules Burn, the, Noivern, that's what that thing is called. And I'm going to go for an Earth Power. Didn't really work out for me. He's going to go for a U-turn, you know, looking out if I have Ice Beam, I suppose. And, so yeah. He's going to U-turn into the Slowbro Big Josh. Big Josh to Slowbro as a reference to iPoke Shuckles and his mascot Big Slowpoke before, which is now a Weasel or nothing, I think. It's either or. So the, Slowbro here is going to get some HP, and I also got a crit on the Ice Beam, which I do kind of feel a bit bad about. Feel like I should have switched out here, but eh. So he's going to go for Scald, and that is going to do a heck of a lot of damage. And this is a defensive Slowbro. I can definitely tell by how well it sponged the Thunderbolt, how well it, well, in general, how well this thing sponges hits. And it's definitely a regenerator, which is why I switched. And he switches into Gold Skies, a switch that I didn't really particularly agree with, as Thunderbolt is neutral. And, it's a Nidoqueen, and he has seen Ice Beam, and I got a crit. Not that that crit really didn't matter, because it was still a 2 KO, and I still outspeed this Paloofy bird. Okay, answer me, don't tell me that Altaria is like, to me, Altaria is just this mon that I would eat the wings of, because it just looks like cotton candy. I would eat Mega Altaria's wings, like the clouds. They look delicious. I'm sorry, that's just me. If you're like that too, tell me in the comments. So he's gonna switch into Jules Burn here, and I was afraid. Like, I know this thing is specs. Nothing on my team wants to take a specs. Nothing on my team wants to take 2 specs. Dracometers. So I'm sacking off my Nidoqueen here, so I'm down 5, he's down to 4, I think, because his Altaria and Fraligator's gone. So he's going to switch into Abomination, which is the M-Pump, and I'm going to Mega Evolve right here. I don't have Bullet Punch on this set, which is a bit unfortunate because I need to slot for Zen Headbutt. I think that's what I went with. I also have my Jump Kick, and I also have Poison Jab, so I just really didn't have the place for it. So he's going to go for the Fake Out here as I switch into Amy, the Rhydon, which is, as you guys probably have seen by the team, it's a Lady Luck team, all ladies, with Maria, Amy, Amethyst, Chelsea, Shiva, and Cresselia. So he's going to go for Low Kick here, and that's going to do nothing. Absolutely nothing, he takes Life Orb damage. I'm just going to set up my Stealth Rocks here. That's all I needed my Rhydon to do. I could have taken this Ambipom out, but, like, again, I kind of had this goal of getting my Medicham to get as many kills as I possibly could. So I'm going to rock out with that. And he's going to go for an Ice Punch. It's going to hurt a bit. It's going to do decent damage. And I'm just going to go for Fake Out here. And just going to take this Ambipom out. So I'm currently up 5-3 with him having his Slowbro, Noivern, and Raikou left. And he's going to switch into Big Josh, the Slowbro. And I had some problems with this thing because during calcs, I calced against the Mega Slowbro because if you type in Slowbro in the regular calc, it'll go instantly to Mega over regular. So I was like never sure about my calc, so I switched into Goodra here. And he's going to go for Slack Off, and I figured he would, you know, switch out this thing. You know, into like maybe, like I was predicting him to switch into Raikou here, you know, as a better switch into, I don't know, looking at it now, I don't know why I predicted him to switch into Raikou. There was literally no point in that. The best play was to stay in, even if I had Thunderbolt, which I do have. I'm pretty sure, I think I slapped on Thunderbolt on this set. Yeah, I did. Which I will go for after he goes for the Ice Beam, which does nothing. And I'm going to go for Thunderbolt here. And that's going to do... Well, that's still like the best play for him to make, I think. I'd say that's the best play. Sorry, there's something in my chin that's just scratching a bit. So he's going to switch out here. And he's going to go into Jules Burn, the Noivern. And I'm going to get fully paralyzed. When we all made the joke of Season 1, Eric being the master of getting parried, and God Lord, he hates paralysis. My Goodra gets paralyzed. Goodra's thighs are just still thick though. Eats up a Specs Dracometer from a Noivern. And gets fully paralyzed. It's like Goodra is paralyzed by its own. It's like it can't even because of its own bulk. Its thighs are surprising it. So I switched into Crest here because I mean, Crest can take a technically -1 Dracometer from a Noivern, no problem. And, well, as you can see, this thing clearly sponges that like it is breakfast. Now, I could have gone for Energy Ball here, because I do actually have Energy Ball on this set. I'm just looking over to see my sets over here. I do have Energy Ball on the set, but I figured Moonblast, why not, you know? It didn't hurt me to go for anything. So I'm going to go for the Moonblast here, and it does decent damage. I think if it wouldn't have been for these leftovers, man, it would have been solid. Because I go for a new Moonblast. I am Choice Specs, like I said, and I'm actually Modest too. So, if only I didn't have Hidden Power Ground, I would have maxed out my special attack, and, you know, it would have died. Slowbro would have died, but nah, I'm sorry. So he's still sitting around with his Noivern, Slowbro, and Raikou. And I'm going to bring back Satellite because this is a losing battle for me. And I'm going to switch into Goodra again. And he's going to go for another Thunder Wave, which was a pretty nice play on my part, I think. I think it was a pretty nice play on my part. And here I'm going to make it double, because I want to try to preserve differential. I'm going to switch into my Mega Medicham. I think. Is this? No, this isn't my Medicham. Nah, this ain't my Medicham. This is my Zoroark. Yeah, we bring in a non-shiny Zoroark this week. I think the only shiny I brought was the Cresselia, because I love shiny Cresselia. So he's going to withdraw Big Josh here. Eric's going to withdraw him and send out his Raikou. His Sub-CM Raikou. Shiny as well, it's looking nice and shiny. I'm just going to go for the Dark Pulse. I have no fear if this thing has Aura Sphere. I really didn't feel intimidated by it, because I knew my Zorg outsped it because, well, it's leftovers and I'm a choice scarf, so I'm just gonna go for a second Dark Pulse here, and that's gonna take the Raikou out. So we're up 5-2 right now. It's looking really good for us. He's going to switch into Jules Verne here, the Noivern. That's going to take another 25% from the Stealth Rocks. And then I'm going to go for a Dark Pulse, and it's going to kill these Noivern. So now the Noivern is dead. And currently, Nidoqueen and Zoroark have 2 kills, and Medgem has 1. In comes Big Josh, though. This, in comes this thing again. This fat lord, fat turd, turtle tail, shiny, called turd tail. He's gonna go for Scald. He breaks through the flinch chance of Dark Pulse, and my Zoroark lives. No burn. Luckily, I mean, if it would have gotten it, I would have switched into Medicham and killed it. But you know, we go for the Dark Pulse, and it takes the Big Josh out. So we actually walk out of this game with a 5-0 victory, which is just amazing, and I'm really happy about that because that leaves us now at a record of 9-3 with a plus 14 differential, if I recall correctly, and we might be able to take the top of our division if Jack, by some miracle, gets 6-0'd by Bliss, which would be absolutely hilarious. But based upon how it's looking right now, we're definitely moving into playoffs. Everyone in green is moving into playoffs because the green division is currently now a 3-team division, and by what it looks like right now, if I go into the hub, I'm just going to have that on the second screen, and I'll go into the divisions tab and I'll read it off for you guys. So, how it is right now, Rizzy and the Phoenix Sunfloras have clinched their division. They absolutely shredded the yellow division. Blake and the Baltimore Braviaries shredded through blue division and clinched his division. Oakland Raichus and Tom, or Derizzle, they clinched playoffs in X Conference. So those are the 3 that are guaranteed playoffs from X Conference. And from Y Conference, we have Jack and the Wolverhampton Weaviles with a current 9-2 as of me recording this. He is 9-2 with a plus 20 differential. As of me recording this, like, I'm discounting this battle, of course, I am 8-3 with a plus 9 differential. So, as stated, if I would have gotten, if Nidoqueen didn't die and Jack miraculously got 6-0'd, I could have possibly overtaken him. And Blackthorn Frogadiers by Ioku or Bliss is coach like 6-5 with a -4 differential. So he's the last one in green, but he's still above everyone in red. He might actually be passed by Dench, as far as I see it. Dench might be able to pass him because if he beats Poi, which, I mean, I'm not going to throw anyone off the bridge, but I think he does, and Bliss loses to Jack, I think Dench gets 4th seed because he still makes playoffs. But as of what it's looking like right now, I'm going to battle Dench in playoffs. That's what I'm thinking, because either T-Train needs to take a huge win, and Dench needs to take a loss against Boy, or Dench any other way. I think Dench just kind of makes it into playoffs, and it looks like I'm going to be battling him for the first week, as he's 2nd seed and I'm 3rd seed. I think that's how it's going to work. And then Jack is going to battle Bliss for 2nd seed, and then, of course, from there it's going to be the winners of each of those battle each other, and then the winner of that battle is going to go to the Pokeball and face off against the winner of the X Conference, which is, so playoffs is right around the corner, and I'm really looking forward to it. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me throughout this MPL adventure, and after the season is done, or, well, after actual Pokeball is done, I have 2 videos that I really want to do. I'm going to look into some help with editing and stuff, and might get like a background stuff, just, trying to make this all looking nice and stuff. So, I'm planning to do a top 5 members of St. Louis Sableyes for MPL Season 2, and I'm planning to do a St. Louis Sableyes showdown live, just, as a honorable final moment with the team. And might start PS Lives after that, during the mid-season, or off-season, I mean. Just have, like, a couple showdown lives, something to keep the channel running while MPL is gone. So I think, as of how it's looking, I think we're gonna go into season 3, which I'm hoping because I don't want to end this now. There will also be CPL on the channel every whenever I think whenever the battle gets done. I don't know. NUCL, I'm kind of doing that, but I'm not uploading it because let's realize it, guys. Until I get better in NU, I'm not. I'm just gonna know. And trying to think, is there anything else? Well, if you guys remember SBC from a while back, I mean, I could probably no, I can't find that battle any longer. But I did miraculously. I won the entire thing. I made it to the finals due to 2 people leaving, which were in there, and then they kind of just bumped me up, and then I beat everyone in the playoffs kind of style thing, and I ended up winning it all. So yay me. But yeah, so I'm going to stop holding you off. I think the battle ended like 3 minutes ago. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that like button down below. And I hope to see you guys in the playoffs. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.